Hello RC fans, Racing 393 part 2, my bit of a Tamiya series, Tamiya TA, what actually appears to be TA02, but I'm trying to build a TA01. It took me a while to actually work out what was what with the TA series. I know they go on to more modern buggies of like now times, as it were, but we're talking about the TA01 and the TA02. So the car I bought initially, it was a TA02. I didn't know it was that. I wasn't sure. It was listed as a TA02, but I don't know. I've since found out that the difference, or one of the differences between the chassis is the TA02 is like a shorter chassis and a shorter prop, and the TA01 is a slightly longer chassis and hence a longer prop. So you'll find out why I'm saying that if you go and watch the video. But we're back to pretty much throwing lots of hop-ups at what is quite a vintage kit. The picture you see before you is one, not the one, but I had one of these back in the day, 93, when the TA02 comes out. But what I am actually building now is a TA01, which you'll find out why I've gone down that route towards the video. So we'll look at some bits I've got, some stripping down, cleaning, rebuilding, some ideas, and things like that. So this will be part 2. Looking forward into part 3 and subsequent parts, putting all the hop-ups on, building the car to a rolling chassis, electrics, vintage motor, probably apart from the servo, the steering servo, vintage electronic speed controller. Couldn't say that. I'm trying to replicate maybe the Repsol Escort. There's also going to be a surprise. It depends when it comes here. Maybe at the end of the video, I will jump in with a little bit of a surprise take. Because I've actually ordered another TA series chassis from the sort of similar era. So keep an eye out for that at the end. What is wrong with my eyes? Come on, eyes, focus. So enough of that. Let's get on and let's watch the video. First, I think we're going to try and dye these. I was going to paint them. I'm not so sure. So I'm going to go and boil some water and just, I don't know what, maybe I have got some black or charcoal. So I'm going to try, I don't know if it will, these are sort of like really old nylon. I'm unsure, but we can only try. So we'll get the pan, I'll go and do that and I'll come back and show you. So this is currently what it looks like, and I've got the innards. These have got to be like manually sprayed. So this, I mean, that's the front wheel, so it doesn't really matter what wheel I do. Yeah, we'll just try one at a time, and I'll come back, show you the results, good or bad. To that, it's not bad. I don't think it's taken there, but that's because I got a feeling, yeah, that's the wheel. That's the wheel that I glued, so there's a little bit of residue. So never mind about that. Not too bothered, but it's taken the colour. So these will just spray white for now, primer. Then I'll do a colour, and then they can go on. So it should look, and I'll probably put the other tyres on, the tyres that I bought, and see what they look like. It's right though. It's covered all right. It's not too bad. If you look closely at it, if I zoom in, it's a bit. You can kind of see where it's hasn't quite got into the crevices, but good enough. Right, let's get some colour, well, some primer onto those, I guess. Painted.
and lacquered. Did them orange in the end. I'm hoping they should squeeze in. The lacquer's not dry. Don't touch them yet. Okay. Yeah, the lacquer's still soft. So, yeah, well, you can see I won't put them in, but if I just hold it up to the camera so you can see the contrast, kind of. There you go. What do you reckon? That's better than it was. So we've got to let them, there's no point trying to put them together yet. I'm always impatient. I never learn. So that's them. Oh God, just drop it on there, why don't you? Right, so that's that. What else? Maybe even cut the body shell out, I don't know. I can just do the trim lines, I haven't got to worry too much. It'll fit anyway, won't it? The wheelbase is fine. Yeah. Let's just get that cut out. I've got like a scissor sharpener here. It's difficult to do on these ones because it's not quite long enough, but like that. And then we'll do that side. It kind of just, I think it just sort of polishes. I think it's there actually, there. Right, let's cut this out. I'll probably speed this bit up if I'm honest. And then we'll just trim round the edges and then do the wheel arches. There you go. All the screens go dark on this camera. I'm not sure what to do on the front bit there. That maybe that corner's got to be kind of trimmed around, but I'll leave it for now. Nice and easy. It's a non-Tamiya as well, so yeah, I like it when it's like that. I quite like the Escort shape, that type as well. Four-wheel drive. I do prefer the Mark II or the Mark 1, but yeah, the Mark 4, Mark 5 Escort is just as nice looking, I think, in my opinion. I bought that. Well, it came in a bundle with other stuff. I don't even know what it is. It was listed under TA02 and TA01. I don't know what it is. I can't, it's all in Japanese. I just don't know. It means absolutely nothing to me. It's possible that it's to do with the drive shaft, which is what I think it could be. If you can read Japanese, then you're better than I am, because you've got this. Now that does look like, you know, part of that. I don't even know if that'll fit in. That's not going to go in there. Oh, it does go in there. So that's the original coat hanger prop, which I've got a different one now, but and the bit at the end, I'm pretty sure, I reckon that must go on somehow. I think it's a torque splitter, which means it's to do with the front and rear diff. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. Well, let me just show you something. That is an Allen key. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Can you see? Can you see that? It has to be the world's smallest grub screw. I think it does go in here. I'm sort of a bit worried about. So it's got this little. It's got this end bit on here, which I don't think is needed. And we've got this. Now we have got 3 grub screws, and there's 3 holes in this, so that must go onto here. Looks completely like wrong to me, but there you go, like that. And then we've got that. That just goes onto there, which means these must. So that's threaded. That's threaded. That assembly there, that must screw onto there then. So camera's got too hot, and I have left it on all afternoon. What I'm going to do is turn it off to cool it down. I'm going to attempt to put this assembly together. I need to work out what order that all goes in. Right, let me cool this. This needs to cool down, and I need to get some brains. Right, torque converters on. Definitely wasn't like the instructions, but yeah, I think it's for the GTR, which is a drift car, isn't it? So I don't know. I suppose it's puts more power to the back than the front, I guess, but yeah, so we'll use that for now. You can see, but it was a weird instructions set. It definitely wasn't what it looked like, but yeah, well, we've got some more stuff coming soon, so I will be back. It's not going to work anyway because that's too long. Okay, so it seems like wheelbase is different to using this torque converter to the standard prop. It's quite a lot different. Something I overlooked. I'll need to figure that out. That I'm not that up on TA01s and 2s. I do short wheelbase, long wheelbase, so it might be a chassis I might need to get. But the wheelbase is okay for the Escort. Maybe that was for the Corolla, don't know. So, anyway, whatever it'll be, I will sort it. Okay. You'd have seen that. That prop, as I've mentioned, is too long, which means that that prop is a TA01. Now, as it happens, that there is an upgrade TA01 prop, and looking at this, it would go in there pretty much as that sits. So that explains that. I actually bought this by mistake, believe it or not, because this one is a TA02, which that's the TA02 coat hanger, and you can see there it's exactly the same length, which means this one won't fit the TA01. It's a TA02 chassis. That's what this was. So my mistake has actually paid off for once. Now, what else have we got here? I've had a bit of I've had a right mare with these wheels. I can't get those to fit. That circle in there and that should butt up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I digress ever so slightly, but that bit there, give or take 17 millimeters or 16.9, 17. So you think, cool. The internal of that, I can't quite get in there like you want to, but we'll do our best. At the very best, 16.2. So it's smaller. Why the hell's that? I'm pretty sure that this fits in, screws in, you know. Am I missing something here, or have I just done something completely wrong? Or does it hold it square? But then I can't get the screws to fit. They're not long enough, which makes me think that should go in. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've only dyed them, painted them. Anyway, now some of this might, in traditional fashion, not be needed, but there's some of these will. Stainless steel suspension shafts. I've got a feeling they're for the bottom. There's 4, 1 spare. You've got the others on here which are slightly shorter that go on the end. I don't even know if you can see that. Can you see that down there? Probably not actually. Where's the come on, whoever I am. Who would I be? I said it before, haven't I? Stephen. His name's Stephen or something. Anyway, let's get this. Hang on, let me just get this where you can see the bloody thing. Although saying that, it's not going to fit on here, is it? That's a bit of a pointless thing to do. Yeah, it's just not going to sit on there, is it? Right, I'll put it like that for now. What I was talking about, actually, you still can't see it. Hang on. Camera. Adjustment incoming. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah. Those are really for those long bits here. So there's 4. You've got, I forgot to buy them, shorter ones here. I should have bought them, but never mind. I'm going to probably build a diff. So it's just got some steel balls like that, and what I thought might be good as well, ceramic, you can see there. So they'll go on the ball diff, whichever way I want to build them. What are these? These are another pair of, I don't know whether I use both these or one, so I've got another car coming. It says TA01, TA02. So we've got some, universal spring steel drive shafts. So I've got like 2 of those. Whether I just put a pair on each car, don't know. That's not really a hop up. That's just bits, some body pins, body clips, which I didn't have. again, another pair of just the touring car hard joint cup set that goes into the ball diff. I've got two, so if I put a ball diff on front and rear, which I don't know if I'll do that, but I might rebuild the other one when I get it. So it's got what, so we use that on each car. Some Delrin plastic gears, so we'll replace the ones in the back. Not that they need replacing, but aluminum front gearbox cover. So it's the red, of course we've got to do red. That one. This isn't all of it, by the way. I keep saying aluminum, it's a habit now. Aluminum steering assembly. It's got to be better than what currently was on there, the plastic one. It's got bearings with it and everything. Some aluminum. What was that? That front one. Rear shock tower. Of course, we're going to got the front one here somewhere. But I'll get that in a minute. Rear hubs. So they go on. Of course, they're red. A rear gearbox cover, which is the bit you can see here. So that will go on there. It must be at the end now. Oh no, not yet. C-hubs, which go on the front. So replaces all those plastic ones. Why are you doing this, I hear you ask? Oh. Why not? Why not? And the front shock tower to replace the obvious bit there in red. Now the other final bit in here, which I don't know how far I'll go with this yet, but this might go on the other one yet, but we'll see. High speed, if they're called them high speed, but new bull races, we'll see about that. So all that will be put onto this chassis in the next showing. The torque, what's this called? Torque converter. So it is all been put together. It's still a coat hanger style, and you've probably seen this anyway. I'll give you a close up. Yeah, I mean, I think when I say, I think I might have mentioned like front and rear diff. I think it's to do with just the power delivery from the rear to the front. I've got a feeling I've never seen this, so I'm literally guessing. And because it's long wheelbase, at least the Escort or the Skyline GTR, it was for that. So we are going to still use the coat hanger because it's part of this, but I have got a load of other bits that haven't arrived yet, so we've got to wait till those arrive before I can start this build. Can't think what's in there. I think it's another ball diff. I think I've got some shocks, some other hop-up parts, similar make to what this was. Some Japanese, never heard of hop-up company. It's the same, or I think it is. It might not be. Rainbow Products. So that was the torque converter. There's another one as well. I've got some other bits and pieces. What else have I got? Oh, front hubs, because these ones are split, even though I've repaired them. And another chassis, carbon fibre. So that's the hop-up carbon fibre. That's a TA01. Well, I'm assuming TA02. I could be wrong. And I've got another chassis that's coming for this one, TA01. So we'll have to wait and see till that turns up, so we can mount this on. We'll probably use them wheels. Don't know what to do about them yet. That's annoying, that is. Everything's fallen off in here. What is going on? But yeah, so I don't know. Probably, well, not probably. I'm gonna have to use them, aren't I? Yeah. I think that'll do. I think I've done all I can. I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, this one's come out really well. It's got a geared diff in the front of that. It's smooth as silk. It's lovely. It's a pity you can't do feeler vision. Most of my videos will cover like Nitro, but clearly having some electric stuff, some vintage electrics, as in cars, is definitely worth it. And this is, as far as this is concerned, well, it would have been a TA02, but so this is presumed from about 93, maybe. Yeah, it's in tip-top condition. It's just that I've got, it's surprising the things that change. You read about it, but it doesn't quite sink in my little brain. This has got like the standard ball diff in it, rear, but like I've got the ceramic or the steel balls there, so I might even make another ball diff up and put it in. I think you can tell which, well, what wheelbase by the angle of those rear drive shafts. You see them the way they sort of go. Well, if I put it like that, they go back from the drive shaft cups from the gearbox to the hubs. If you look sort of down on it, they sort of go towards the back. Yeah. Anyway, this kind of follows the line of the Skyline. I mean, this would fit on there standard as is, like that, but then this drive shaft is like mega long, so I'm just going to rest it on there for now. But that will be end of this video. We've got, I say, waiting for some bits at the time of recording. We'll get, it'll be part 3, which will be the installation of these, and I should have some other bits to show you as well. I was debating what to do, whether to put that motor on it, or I've got a much, I don't know. Let me just show you. I had it in a Mini, I think. There's a couple up here. I'll show you this one. Maybe I'll use this one. 15 turn double. I'm gonna have to sort out this, but we've got like a Palmer modified, super modified. This one, yeah, I mean, I'd like to put that in. Maybe, I don't know yet. It's a bit of a whirlwind of. I've got another motor there as well. I'm not going to get that down. That one's really nice. I had this one here. I'll show you anyway. Let me show you. This was in the Escort, the other Escort, as in the MX-05, or was it in the Mini as well? Reedy Krypton, I think it's like KR modified. So if you look at this one here, that's absolutely lovely. So either or, probably actually it'll either be, I'll be honest, it's going to be one of these two. I'm not quite sure which one yet. I'll show you a bit of a close-up. That'd be a good thumbnail, wouldn't it, really? Anyway, that's what I'm going to be. One of them. I'm not sure which one yet, but we'll find out. But anyway, that'll be in the next. Well, it might not be the next part, but we'll be in the part 3 or 4. Yeah, done. This bit's done. Right, I'll pack away. and I'll catch you up on the next one, on the next episode, which I'll try and keep it fairly quickly after part 2 if I can. But anyway, let me know what you think. Have you got one of these? What do you think of these? What do you think of these old electrics? You know, as in RC cars, Tamiya. Because I don't know, they're nice to work on. They look good. It's got old school feel about it. I think it's because it's a bit more sentimental to myself. From back in '93, when I was in my very early 20s. It seems like eons ago now. But yeah, as I reminisce. Oh, I've also got, that's the plastic version, but I've got another aluminum version of one of those as well. So that's on its way. Should be here as I speak in a couple of days. So right, stop talking, and I'll catch up with you on part 3. See you later.